or like miss something. I outspeed the slacking even, because I'm scarfed. It one-shots him! It one-shots him! I didn't expect it to one-shot him, holy shit. Are we gonna win? Are we? What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G VGC. You guys are probably asking yourself right now, hey man, I thought you said this was Regulation G. You're looking at the screen and you're wondering why there's an entire team of baby Pokemon on the screen. And that reason is that we're going to actually, at least in this session for this team, we're going to be using this team and pinning it against a bunch of legendaries in 6v6 VGC. And we're going to hopefully probably going against a lot of like Regulation G teams. So that's why this is mainly a Regulation G format team. This is a Little Cup Smogon team. If you really want like an actual like definition for this team, it's actually a Little Cup VGC team. I don't think it's really like a Smogon team, but it's kind of a format that's kind of related to Smogon because they host the tournaments, I think, on their website sometimes, and then they have like an official Discord for it and stuff. And then there's a few tournaments online that you can actually play in game with like Little Cup VGC type stuff. I was actually going to use this team, and I still might use this team in like future Little Cup tournaments for VGC. But there was actually a tournament I was going to enter, and I ended up not realizing when it actually was, and I actually ended up missing it just mainly because I ended up having to work the day it was. So I don't know, depending on as you guys are seeing this, either I'm going to probably keep this team secretive until I use it in a tournament, or if I don't plan on using this team in any tournament anyways, I'll probably upload this for you guys. But if you guys are daring enough and you guys want to use this team, rental code up in the corner. This is one of my teams that I actually created. I have not created a team in like almost 2.5 months now. The last team I actually created was for Regulation G, was the Terapagos, Scarlet, Tangaton team, which I had about 2 months now. So we're pretty much towards the end of Regulation G, and I'm really bored with Regulation G. We got double restricted on the way at the end of August after Worlds, which is still going to be really boring. I'm going to be playing that as well, but I want to do something more fun in the interim. That's why I kind of put this team together. I thought it would be a crazy idea to go on in-game, build this team in-game, and see if we can actually win against any Regulation G teams on the 6v6 in-game doubles ladder. If you guys are daring enough and ballsy enough, you can also use this team on the 4v4 ladder, but I would not do that because I think this team needs all 6 Pokemon to at least try to have a chance to win. But if you guys want to do that as well, if there's any content creators that are ballsy enough to go on like the casuals, I wouldn't say the ranked ladder, but like at least on the casual doubles ladder, and you want to use this in like 4v4, like official VGC type rules, go ahead and do it. But this team was mainly tested and meant for 6v6 VGC doubles, so that's what I'm using for this. So I'm going to kind of run through this team and kind of my thought process of this team. I'll throw a timestamp on screen, or if I already did, I probably already did. If you guys just want to stop and jump into the battles, you can skip into the video. There's a lot I want to talk about this team and that type of thing. So, also, if this interests you guys and this video does well, I can actually bring this team back for a second video, or make another like Little Cup like baby Pokemon team in game for you guys if this team does really well and you guys want to see more of this. So let me know in the comments down below if this is something you guys will want to see, either like a second video with this team or like an entirely new team in probably the future with similar type of stuff with a bunch of baby Pokemon on it. That'd be kind of cool because it is really fun to use and it's something you don't see at all, and that's the kind of thing you get going with this team. The main thing with this team, I think, having it in game and using this thing on like the in-game like double 6v6 ladder, is you have the surprise factor, and that's the main thing for this team. Everybody in game is not usually going against like an entire team of 6 baby Pokemon in VGC. They aren't, so they don't have no idea what a lot of these mons even do, let alone their typings or like their stats or their abilities. You can catch a lot of people off guard with that. So that's one thing like this type of team does have going for it. Granted, it's not really that much of a benefit because you're still going to be getting destroyed by a lot of like your typical Regulation G teams, or even like Regulation F or like E teams, that type of thing. Kind of struggles with. But it's mainly a Sun team. I built this team around Charmander and Sun. That's kind of what I based off of, and then I kind of went from there. I wanted a Chlorophyll user, and I wanted double Sunsetter on this team, and then I wanted a few other things on here as well. So kind of a really cool team. There's a few different ways to use this, which I'm going to go through right now for you guys. Like I said, if you don't want to listen to the explanation of the team, just skip right into the battles. It's completely fine. All of a paste for this team if you guys want to use it on Showdown for whatever reason. Keep in mind, y'all, that the way I actually tested this team, there is no official ladder for Little Cup VGC on Showdown. I was testing this team on Showdown in doubles UU on the Showdown ladder. That is how I kind of tested this team, and I was getting wrecked a lot. There's a few games, I had some crazy games where I actually ended up winning. I had some people that got really fucking mad at me on Showdown because they got destroyed by this team. And they kind of either played bad or they kind of underestimated the team, and they got really mad at me and that type of thing. I saved a few of the replays, so if you guys are interested in some of the replays, let me know, and I'm going to put some of the replays of it in the description if you guys want to check, if anybody's interested. But I saved a few replays of this team on Showdown. It's crazy. I also had like another variant of a different team I was also going to use as well that I had some crazy shit with. I didn't bring that team in game because I don't think it was really good enough, but I also had another team that I was actually testing that was crazy. But the main stuff on this team is you want to get the sun up, and you have some speed control. The main thing you want to do is just keep on dishing out damage. Sleep Powder is great for this team. Encore, if you can lock some stuff into specific moves, buys you turns. That's the main thing. The main thing with this team is you need to buy yourself time to do damage, or you need to try to just one-shot and like double into one or two things, either with a spread move or with like a double up into a specific Pokemon without having them protect or having them outspeed you. That's kind of the main thing with this team. You want to dish out a shit ton of damage really fast and make it so where you have a numbers advantage over your opponent, so that way late game, if they do try to bring the game back, you can still kind of overwhelm them with the numbers advantage, and you can kind of make it a 1v2 or like a 3v2 or a 2v1, that type of thing. So you got the Shroodle on this team with the Heat Rock. This thing has Prankster. It's one of the only other like main Prankster mons in like your Little Cup format, especially for like Little Cup VGC. It gets weather and it's able to set up really reliably. It's also one of the only Prankster parting shot users apart from, I think it's Morgan or Impidimp, I think it is. Impidimp, which is the stage 1 of Grimmsnarl, I think it is. So got the knockoff there. You got the Sunny Day. Parting shot there just to reduce attack, which is really good. It's mainly lowering the stats of the enemy team. Allows you to maybe get a switch into something if it's a resisted hit, or mainly into something like maybe the Sandy Gast on something that's not really hitting very hard, especially with the attack being lowered. And then you got the Encore there to kind of lock something either into Protect, to set up move, Protect, Fake Out, whatever it may be. That's also really there. And then forces pretty much a switch, or it makes something pretty much useless on the field, and then you're allowed to kind of take advantage of that. So kind of what it is. You got the Bulbasaur on this team, which pairs alongside the Shroodle really well. You got the Life Orb there. Sleep Powder is really crucial, just mainly because with Sleep Powder, you need to land it most of your time. A lot of the times, if you miss one, especially like 2 Sleep Powders in the match, you kind of just instantly lose. The main thing with the Bulbasaur, really what it wants to do is be able to outspeed under Sun and just put something to sleep the first turn it's out most of the time, unless you can like just one-shot them with the Solar Beam or like a Sludge Bomb. I got the Terra Poison there just for more damage. I was going to go for a defensive Terra or like another Terra, like Terra Fire or Terra Water, but I see no point because Bulbasaur's defensive stats, shocker, are not really that good anyways. So even most neutral hits just one-shot you, even with the defensive Terra. So the Terra was better off using offensively for like Poison, especially with like a lot of the Fairy types, which this team doesn't really have much to really deal with. So that's kind of why I kept it there. Most of the time, though, if you're going to be using a Terra on this team, you're either going to be using on the Growlithe or the Charmander, which are the 2 best damage dealers on this team, which I'll talk about. You got the Sandygast. The main thing with the Sandygast is it's a ground type, and the main weakness to it is water. And being that you're going to have the sun up constantly, you're going to have a reduced water damage if that's what they're going for. You get a free defense boost if they hit you with a water move. And then you also have Skill Swap, which is kind of cool. It was actually something I was kind of testing. You can actually skill swap a lot of really cool abilities, especially on the enemy team. I skill swapped like your Regenerator off an Amoonguss once, and it actually ended up helping me win the game, which was kind of cool, giving it Water Compaction. Because giving Water Compaction to your opponent most of the time, this team has no water moves on it at all, so it doesn't really do anything. So if you even skill swap that onto your opponent for more valuable valuable of an ability to use. That's always pretty cool. You got the Nightshade for consistent damage, burst power for coverage, for the steals and rock types that you want to really go against. Then Shore for recovery. And then you got Terra Water there. This is a defensive Terra, so. If you guys want the EV spreads for all these mons too, the EV spreads, I'm not going to mention them, but they are all in the pokepaste down below in the description if you guys want to check the EV spreads. Got the Cottony on this team. This is mainly the other thing that really gets up the sun. You got the Focus Sash there, so you're guaranteed to at least live one hit. The main thing you got to be careful for is Fake Out, but usually if you're playing 6v6, VGC, a lot less Fake Out is common. Maybe you'll run into it once in a while, but at least just kind of testing this team in game so far, it's a lot less common than like 4v4 VGC official rules on the actual ladder for the battle spot ladder. So you don't have to worry about that much, but that's why the Terra Ghost is there. You got the Cotton Spore mainly for speed control. It's mainly for speed control for the Growlithe. That's kind of what it's really for, because the Growlithe is really crucial to outspeeding stuff when I get into that here in like a second. And that's kind of what it's mainly there for. And I guess maybe the Bulbasaur if they have some really speedy stuff or like Tailwind on their team. And then maybe Sandygast. I know Sandygast is base 15 speed, so even with like a -2 speed on the enemy team, it's still going to be getting outsped by everything. But maybe once in a while, if they're really slow mon, you can get a outspeed if it's really that crucial. You got the Helping Hand there just to boost everything on this team if you're alongside it late game or whatever it may be. And then you actually have Beat Up. Beat Up in 6v6 actually hits 6 times, so alongside the Growlithe, you actually have Justified, which I'll talk about next. I have the EVO-like Growlithe on this team. Pretty much what you want to do is you want to either go for Cotton Spore, without, hopefully it doesn't get blocked if there are Dark types on the enemy team, which gets blocked by Prankster, and Grass types, so keep that in mind. But if they aren't a Grass or Dark type, Cotton Spore usually works, lowers their speed, you protect the Growlithe. You usually survive one hit with the Cottony, and you go down to Sash most of the time. That's usually how it works. And then on the following turn, you outspeed the Growlithe, you give it a +6 attack boost with Justified, and then the Growlithe pretty much one-shots everything. I actually had a few games where a Growlithe at +6 like one-shotted alternate, or it was Dawn Wings Necrozma. I had a game where it one-shotted a Groudon in the sun with Flare Blitz, which was crazy. So, granted, I still lost a lot of those games, but it was still kind of impressive, just kind of showing that it can actually do it +6. So, then you just got coverage there. The Terra Grass is mainly for a defensive Terra. The main thing with the Growlithe is it's just getting up to +6 with Beat Up most of the time, and just throwing out as much damage as you can before you die to recoil. That's kind of the main thing. Usually you can take 1 or 2, maybe 3 Pokemon with you before you die to recoil. If you're taking damage at the same time, maybe a 1-for-1 trade, but usually it's pretty much worth, depending on what it is. So that's kind of what it really does. You got the Wild Charge for coverage, same with Close Combat there, kind of self-explanatory. And then you got the Charmander, which is like the main special attacking thing on this team. You got the Choice Scarf, which outspeeds pretty much everything. In the sun, you have Solar Power, which gives you an extra boost to your damage. Plus, you also have the Terra Fire boost, which you're going to be using most of the time. It's going to be the thing you're going to be going for Terra on the most for this team. Usually, you're just going to be going for Terra Fire Heat Wave once in a while if they have like Wide Guard for whatever reason, or if it's better to go for Fire Blast. Usually, you go for that. Then you just have 2 other coverage moves, being Focus Blast and Ancient Power there. Charmander's move pool is really garbage. It only really gets fire moves, and that's really about it. It's actually good. So, it's just mainly there to spam fire moves and just shit damage. Especially in the sun, it just hits really, really hard. So, which is actually saying something because it's a fucking little baby mon. It's a stage 1, so it seems kind of cool too. It has 2 starters, 2 of the old OG starters on it, so that's kind of cool too. But apart from that, that's kind of the team. Like I said, all the EVs are in the paste if you guys want to check that out. If you guys are daring enough to use this on like the current Regulation G ladder, or if you want to use this for like Smogon, LC, VGC, or whatever it may be. The reason why I didn't want to use this team for that as well is because I think stuff like Sneasel, Sneasler, and there's a few other mons that are normally banned from like Little Cup tournaments that are actually allowed in Little Cup VGC, which I didn't have a time to really test against, which I think Sneasel and like Sneasler kind of do wreck this team, so I don't know if it would be really that good if those 2 are actually legal, and there's a few other mons that are normally banned that are kind of legal in the VGC Little Cup format, so I don't know how it would really play versus those, because I'm not able to test it because they don't have an official ladder for it on Showdown, so I don't know. But enough rambling, let's hop in some games. Alright, we're here with a match. My opponent has King Gambit, Camerupt, kind of surprising. Kind of actually a threat, actually. The Camerupt's a threat just mainly because I don't have any water-type moves on this team. So I don't have any way to really KO it from that range, and like it resists fire-type moves, so... Actually kind of a threat versus my team because it's also a ground type, which I don't really have much answers for, so... Smeargle, Forretress, Flutter Mane, and a DD, so... More of a Regulation F team, but still, like... You gotta keep in mind, we're running a team with baby Pokemon, like, come on. This is still like this is probably the biggest, tallest task ever to try to even go around this, even like a Flutter Mane, so... I think what I do here, part of me actually kind of just wants to lead with the Growlithe Cottony combo. That's kind of what I want to lead with. At the same time, I don't know. Depends what he really leads with. If he leads with like Smeargle, that could be a problem with like Follow Me. So I think what I do here is I just lead the Shroodle Bulbasaur. I think that's what I lead with. I try to go for Spore, and or not Spore, Sleep Powder onto the Smeargle. If he doesn't have Fake Out, that is. Just try to put a bunch of stuff to sleep, or as much things I can put to sleep as possible, and then trying to start to dish out some damage. I think that's my best play here. If you like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Like I said, if you guys enjoy this type of stuff, leave a like, and if this video does really well, I'll bring this team back for another video, or I'll make an entire new baby Pokemon team. We'll hop into the ladder again. These videos do incredibly well. She brings the camera up here too, so... I don't even really want to set up the sunny day, if I'm being real. Because I think I actually outspeed the camera up, like, naturally. But I don't know if I outspeed Smeargle. That's the main problem. So I'm kind of forced to set up the sunny day here. I think what I do here is I'm actually forced to Sleep Powder the camera up, because otherwise I lose the Bulbasaur if I don't. So that's what I'm forced to do here. I kind of want to Sleep Powder the Smeargle, especially if he doesn't have Fake Out, but... Flower Trick, what? He's running Anger Point Camerupt. What's that? What is that? Is it a Defense Berry? Wow, so land that damn Sleep Powder. Holy shit, is that scary. Is that Choice Scarf Smeargle too? Because he even outsped me under Sun. That has to be Choice Scarf Smeargle. There's no way that's not Choice Scarfed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go for Knockoff onto the Smeargle here, and then I'm just going to start dishing out some damage. I need to get this camera up out of here. Yeah, he's Choice Scarf Smeargle with Flower Trick. That does nothing. That's 4 times resistant. That does 4 damage. Really cool, though. I've never seen this. I know Camerupt does get Anger Point, but I've never seen this type of shit usually used. I've seen it with, like, Crocodile and stuff. That almost one-shots him. Knock off here, get rid of the Choice Scarf. That actually could be kind of a bad thing, though, just mainly because I don't know what other moves he has. So if he has, like, Spore or something, that could be an issue. But I don't think from this range, like, the Shroodle's so weak to where... I think from this range, being that he has a defense boost and no item on the camera up, I think he'll actually even live a knockoff. Funny enough, so... I can actually Encore him in. I can Encore him into Flower Trick anyways, so... Like, even then he's doing nothing, but I still get some chip damage on him and break his sash, so that's kind of where I am. And then I'm gonna... I just don't want the King Gambit coming in for free, so I'm just keep going for Solar Beam here. Encore him into Flower Trick. Both things on my side resist Grass-type moves. So, like, I'm not really too afraid of it. Now he has no Choice Scarf either, so... I think I said he was Sash. He was Choice Scarf, not Sash. I just wanted to get rid of his item. That's the main thing. In case he decided to switch out into something else. There's probably people ask to do, well, why don't you have Giga Drain on the Bulbasaur, bro? The main reason I don't have Giga Drain on Bulbasaur is because most of the time, with how little damage you're going to be doing anyways to most things, you're not going to get much health back anyways. You're better off just going for the max base power moves and just shitting out as much damage as you can while you're still alive. That's the main reason why I don't have Giga Drain on the Bulbasaur. It would be better for longevity, but overall, like, the damage trade-off just is not worth, especially with these type of Pokemon. You're going to be probably taking more damage than you're going to be recovering back most of the time anyways. So that's kind of the main thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna parting shot onto the Flutter Mane. Just to lower its stats, and then I'm gonna Sludge Bomb. Actually, Solar Beam will probably do more. For Solar Beam. I could go for Sleep Powder too. I forgot. I missed if he was Speed Booster or Special Attack Booster. We'll find out here. Can withdraw the Smeargle. Good. Get it out of here. King Gambit. That's fine. That's fine. He's Supreme Overlord. No Defiant, so that's good. I'm actually going to the Growlithe here because him going into King Gambit, he could actually start going for Dark type moves and get a free boost off him. And like I don't think the Flutter Mane at -1 can one-shot the Growlithe. He has Mystical Fire and he actually outspeeds me because he's a speed booster. So keep in mind, y'all, if you guys are going against Flutter Mane in the sun, if they are speed booster, you get outsped by the Flutter Mane because I don't know if this Bulbasaur is modest. Just to maximize damage. Maybe if I was timid, I would outspeed, but I highly doubt it. I don't know. I think even if I was timid, I would probably get outsped because Bulbasaur's speed's still really low. Just relies on like chlorophyll to outspeed a lot of stuff. I don't know. I was even at -1, but like I guess it's in the sun. It's a fucking Flutter Mane, so I don't know. I can't really shit on that. I think I'm kind of overestimating my Pokemon on this team. What do I want to do here? I mean, I don't really do much versus the Flutter Mane. I can lock him into, like, Mystical Fire, I guess. But even then, it doesn't really do much for me. I think I'm actually better off going into the Charmander here. And going for Terra Fire on this turn. I think that's what I do. He has Speed Booster, so I don't think the Charmander will actually outspeed him with a Choice Scarf here. So I'm going to probably have to eat a Shadow Ball. But hopefully, that since he's at -1, I can at least take one Shadow Ball. That's the hope here. Kinda Copium, but that's all I really have to go for here. I'm gonna Flare Blitz. He could go for like Terra, but I don't know. I don't really care if he does. And I'm gonna go for Heat Wave here. Shadow Ball. I didn't want to go for Terra just mainly because I don't know if I'm gonna live this. I do though. That was a lot of damage, so I'm gonna get a double down here. I one-shot the King Gambit with that. That's huge. That's why I didn't want to go for Terra, though, because if he would have went for, like, Sucker Punch, Shadow Ball into the Charmander, I would have wasted my Terra. That's kind of why I just wanted to save it there. Huge double KO here, though. We're doing really good. We're doing really, really good. He still has some other shit he can throw at us, though. He still has a Smeargle that, with no Choice Scarf that he can maybe try sporing or doing some other crazy shit with. If he has Follow Me, that could be kind of a problem. Deity, if he has Terrain too. Terrain's kind of an issue, just mainly for the Strudel. I forgot he has Forretress. I'm not really even scared of Forretress. I think I actually just double into Forretress here. Unless he goes for Follow Me, I guess, but I think I just double into Forretress, because if he's sturdy, that way I can just get the double KO on it. I don't want to Terra the Charmander, because I think I'm probably dead on this turn. There's the sturdy. Doesn't go for Follow Me either, so I don't know what he's going to go for here, unless he has Trick Room. Unless he has Trick Room alongside the Smeargle, like, I don't know what you have. There's the Trick Room, okay. Trick Room with Smeargle, I guess, that could be kind of a problem. It depends on what his Smeargle build is, because if he actually is... Oh yeah, she has Room Service, what the fuck? Room Service and Deity. I mean, the good thing, too, is, like, one of the reasons why I have the Palossand on this team, too, is if you go against Trick Room teams, because Palossand is base 15 speed, so, like, it's just so slow to where if they do have Trick Room, you can kind of actually take advantage of it. So that's kind of cool here, too. That's why I have Palossand on this team. It's kind of an anti-Trick Room answer sometimes, which works out really good here. Or not I keep saying Palossand. It's Sandygast. I keep saying Palossand, which is the evolution. It's Sandygast. I'm gonna protect here. I'm gonna protect, and then I don't know, I could go for like skill swap here onto the Smeargle, but I don't think he's Moody Smeargle. I don't think any of the abilities here really do much for me at all, unfortunately. I just don't know what he really has. I'm gonna Earth Power, just get the Smeargle out of here. outspeed him under Trick Room. I barely missed the KO. This goes to show you how weak the Sandygast is. He rage quits! He rage quits! He rage quits versus a team of baby Pokemon. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. How much of a loser do you have to be to rage quit versus this? The game wasn't even done. He still has a chance to win. Like, I still have like 3 other more Pokemon in the back, but like, or actually 2 more. I have the Cottony and I have the Shroodle, but like, I don't know. I don't know why you would surrender there, especially because like the Indeedee still has a really good matchup into my team, and with how much damage it does under terrain, it one-shots like the rest of my team. So I don't know why you would ever surrender there. There was still a chance you can actually win. That was so dumb. Never thought, y'all, a team of baby Pokemon going on this 6v6 doubles ladder in-game would make people fucking rage quit. How pathetic is that? That is a new low. I'll see you guys in another match. That is crazy. Alright, we are actually going against a double restricted team. So my opponent actually has the Doodle slacking shenanigans type stuff. So that's always fun to go against. Miraidon, Grafai, slacking, Talonflame, which is kind of a problem, just mainly because of Gale Wings. Can't really do much about that. And then Zacian. This team gets destroyed by Zacian. If I can get it, like, lower its speed, like, I can one-shot as long as it doesn't go for, like, a defensive Terra, but it outspeeds and, like, one-shots everything on my team, pretty much, so it's such a threat. So difficult to deal with, and then it has then he has Indeedee, so. Part of me actually just wants to go for, what do I want to do here? I think I have to leave Shroodle Bulbasaur, because I just need to put Sleep Powder. I just need Sleep Powder so badly here. Especially versus, like, slacking Grafai. Like, that's kind of what I really need. Like, being able to put the Sleep, the Talonflame, and that type of thing. Talonflame is mainly a problem because it's able to get a free Gale Wings off and, like, one-shot pretty much anything on my team for free in, like, 1 turn. The Charmander, the Bulbasaur all get one-shotted by the Talonflame. The Shroodle probably does, too, I'm assuming. Mainly because it doesn't have Eviolite, it has Heat Rock, so it doesn't have as much bulk. Leads with this, though, so that's kind of what I predicted. The main reason I wanted to lead with this versus this combo is just mainly because I can get my stun up here, and then I can outspeed the slacking under stun and put it to sleep. And then I can actually go for Encore onto their own Grafai, and this... Hopefully if I outspeed him and lock him into Doodle. I don't know if that would really do much, though. That way he'd be constantly passing back this. Or, like, just doing nothing, pretty much, I think, so... I'm gonna go for Sunny Day here, and I'm gonna go for Sleep Powder onto the slacking. So it's raw. Okay. Putting the Talonflame to sleep, that's huge. I'm fine with that. If I can get it to land this onto the Talonflame, that'd be great. I can't, though. I can't. The biggest Sleep Powder in the entire game of this entire match, and I miss it. A perfect turn to put the biggest threat on his team, apart from the Zacian and the Miraidon to sleep. Gotta love Sleep Powder. The times you need it to land the most, it never does. Here comes the Zacian, coming in for free. Gets a free Tailwind on me, and then he just automatically outspeeds me now. That's fun. I mean, I can go for a Parting Shot on him, but like, what the fuck do I go out and do to try to take a hit from this thing? Like, even with a Parting Shot, that just brings him back down to neutral, so it does nothing. I'm gonna Parting Shot on him, though, and then I'm gonna try to go for Sleep Powder here onto the Talonflame. Again. Here's why I hate Gale Wings. Gale Wings is just such a problem for this team, too, because just gets a free outspeed, pretty much. Just one-shots pretty much half my team. Which really isn't that much of a problem with, like, your normal team. Talonflame really isn't that good against, but, like, being this is an entire baby Pokemon team, it's just a real threat, because you gotta actually do damage to it before the Gale Wings goes away. See how much the Sandygast can take from Zacian. Dig! He has Dig Zacian! What? He has Dig, okay. That's a new one. Right, well, I'm gonna go into the Strudel here again. Just dig. I don't really want to skill swap anything here, because I think it'll actually fail if you try to take Zacian's ability. I don't know, how much is a dig really going to do to me? I'm not sure. I'm just going to Earth Power. I'm going to Earth Power, and then if I somehow survive a move, I'm going to knock off onto the Talonflame. There's the dig. That actually doesn't do that much, surprisingly. There's the Tailwind. Not really the biggest of deals. Mainly it's because I can get some free damage on him. I get rid of his Sharp Beak. It's an Earth Power. How much that do? That actually does around half. Not bad. What do I do here? I could go for, like, Shore Up here. I think I'm just going to go for Earth Power again, though. I mean, if he goes for Dig, though, that could be a problem. I just don't have much damage to really do to Talonflame here, because it's immune to ground, so... Like, I can do 50 damage with Nightshade, but it takes, like, 3 turns to try to kill the Talonflame. I don't know. I'm gonna Earth Power here if he somehow stays in. He might switch here, too, because his attack's gonna keep getting lowered. I can actually Encore him into Tailwind. I'm gonna Encore him into Tailwind. I just realized that. That's huge. That's a good play. Didn't think of that until last second. Now he's Encored into Tailwind. Behemoth Blade, I'm dead. Goodbye. That probably did 1,000% to me if you would look that up on the damage calculator. He's locked into Tailwind now, though, so I can kind of... He's either forced to switch or he just does nothing, so that's nice. That does... I got a low roll. Low roll on the Zacian. I'm in a shitty spot here, because he has Tailwind up still. I'm assuming his last move he probably has close combat, if I were to guess. Part of me wants to go into Charmander, but at the same time, like, I just don't want to have him go for Dig, because then I don't have a switch in again. What am I going to here? I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll go into the Growlithe here. I mean, I have Protect on the Growlithe too, so if he does go for Dig, I can just Protect. So it's not really the biggest of deals here. I'm just going to go for Earth Power again. And then I'll go for a Wild Charge if he switches. Or if he stays in, at least. I think he might switch on this turn, though. I just want to keep the Growlithe at high health, if that way I can save it for, like, the Whimsicott stuff later in the game, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this match. It's going to end up taking way too much damage. Like, he still has Miraidon in the back, too. Miraidon hasn't even touched the field. Like, I have a ground type for Miraidon, which is the Sandy Gas, but at the same time, if he has, like, Draco or Dragon Pulse, I'm pretty sure if he specs, he probably just one-shots me anyways. So I don't know how much that matters. Deity. Sets up a Strain, that could be a bit of a problem. There's the Dig. Okay, that's fine. Dig's fine, I can Protect. So I'm not worried about Dig. Wild Charge, get some small amount of chip damage. I think what I do here is I'm just going to try to get rid of the Zacian. Get it out of here. He's locked into Dig and I just Protect here. I don't know what the Indeedee wants to do. If he has Expanding Force or like Psychic maybe, I'm not sure, but... I'm hoping he just like doubles into the Growlithe slot on this turn, that'd be great. He's also wasting Tailwind turns. Take a long time to decide. It can't be that difficult, bro. You only have to choose one move. Dig decides for you. You don't have to choose one move. follow me. Well, that sucks. So that's why he brought out the Indeedee to just spam follow me, so he can just keep going for dig onto the Zacian. Can I get a Spadef drop? That'd be great. Nope. Loses Tailwind though. I don't know how much that really matters. I'm just gonna Earth Power here again. I'm gonna Earth Power. And I'm gonna Flare Blitz. Now he protects. Are you gonna dig again though? He just goes for Behemoth Blade. Can I even take this? Barely. I barely do. I'm at so low amount of health now though to where like Miraidon just comes in and just kind of cleans up the game. I need to try to get a shore up going, but like I don't think I can. I'm probably dead on this next turn. I wish Sandy Gas is a lot better. Like it's just, the problem with it is just so slow. It has decent stats with like an Eviolite, but like it's just so slow and like it's. I don't know, I wish it was a pure ground type. At least it's the first evolution to like Palisand. Palisand is like a ghost ground. It's pretty good, but like I don't know. That's kind of just me though, just mainly with this team. She Electric Seeds, that even makes it more difficult to win. I'm gonna go for Shore up here, and then I'm gonna try to stay in the match. And I'm gonna Protect here and see what he does. Another thing with this team too is like relying a lot on Sleep Powder is if they have like Electric Terrain that makes it so you can't put anything to sleep. So that's also kind of a problem for this team. There's the Electro Drift. He's going after the Growlithe. So maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. There's not really much I can skill swap with here either, which kind of sucks. I lose my Sun. Yeah, the Sun's gone, so if I really want to set that up again, I can. I just need damage on the Miraidon. I really need damage on the Miraidon here. Electro Shift, like, legit just one-shots anything on my team. Like, I can go to the Cottony and maybe live one hit, but it doesn't really matter. I could go for a double Protect if I really wanted to, but I don't think it matters. He's gonna withdraw for some reason, okay. Makes a good play out into the Talonflame, getting rid of the ground move so he doesn't have to take damage, but at least the Growlithe, not having him an attack there, I get a free KO on the Indeedee, so it's pretty nice. Don't have to worry about follow me stuff or him protecting on me. It's fine. I still got a KO, and I took no damage, so that's a good turn for me. I'm fine with that. He wants his Tailwind back, that's what he wants, but I don't know, the Tailwind really doesn't do much for him because my team's so damn slow anyways. Like, I don't know if he realizes, like, everything on his team that he currently has, like, outspeeds me without any Tailwind. It's the Miraidon again. I'm just going to Earth Power here. I'm running low on Earth Power points. And I'm going to Protect again. Stall out his terrain. I kind of want to just try to get a KO on the Talonflame from this range, but if he can take a little bit more recoil, that'd be good too. I don't know, this match is going to go down to the wire. It's going to be one of those matches where I think it's going to be like Charmander and the Whimsicott versus like the rest of his team. And like I don't really have anything to really touch Miraidon at all. On the Charmander, like I have fire type moves, but like that's resisted. There's the Drake. He's just doubling into the Growlithe. What is your problem, bud? He also lost his defense boost by switching out, so that's actually pretty good for me. Can I get a Spadef drop here? Nope. Okay. He's just doubling it into the Growlithe. He does not like the Growlithe at all. If I can get like another Earth Power off onto the Miraidon though, if I can actually live one more move here, that'd be huge. I don't know, do I go for the double Protect and try to get the double Protect? I think I do, I'm gonna go for it. I get it, I get the double Protect. I get it. If I can get like some free damage here again, if he just doubles into the Growlithe one more time here, and I can get some more free damage on the Miraidon, I can maybe win. Oh, there's the Draco, never mind. He's like, yeah, I'm done fucking around. Get this Sandcastle out of here. I'm sick of it doing free damage. He lowers his special attack, though. So that's the main thing. I don't know how much it really matters, because even with, like, -2 Miraidon still, like, has more special attack than, like, anything on my team. So I don't know how much it really matters. I don't know. What do I do here? I could go for Cotton Spore if I really wanted to. Does he have Tailwind? He doesn't have Tailwind. Ooh, I see a juicy play here. I'm gonna go for Cotton Spore. I'm gonna go for Cotton Spore, and then I'm gonna Wild Charge, and hopefully that takes out the Talonflame. It's under terrain, so technically with his own terrain here, I should be able to take out the Talonflame, because I get the terrain boost for this last turn. What a play. What a play. What a play. Huge play. He's at -2 already, too, and he can't, like, I resist electric-type moves, and, like, I'm immune to dragon-type moves, because the Cottonee is a fairy-type. Gets rid of the Growlithe here, but that's fine. Round of applause to the Growlithe. Clutch, double protect, some really crazy good damage. What this match is going to come down to, it's going to come down to the Charmander, though. Like, that's what this is really going to come down to. I have Terra Fire still on deck. It's going to come down to, like, Heat Wave. Oh, he has Slacking, too. But he has Traunt. He has Traunt, but I don't know. Ooh, it's going to be a tough game. And yeah, what else? Yeah, he has Grafaiai in the back, too. Oh, man. What do I do here? I need to try to get up my Sun, too. I don't have my Sun up, either. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. I'm pretty sure the Slacking probably just one-shots me with whatever he has. So I think, actually, what I really want to do here is actually just go for Sunny Day. And now I'm actually going to go Terra Fire and lock myself into Fire Blast. I could lock into Focus Blast, but if I miss Focus Blast, then I just automatically lose. There's a higher chance of me landing Fire Blast, especially in the sun. I don't know, I need him to either target down the Cottonee here with the Slacking, or double into the Cottonee on this turn. That'd be great. I think that's the only way I win. Or like miss something. I outspeed the Slacking even, because I'm Scarfed. It one-shots him! It one-shots him! I didn't expect it to one-shot him. Holy shit. Are we gonna win? Are we gonna win this? There's Electro Shift, but you're at -2 and no terrain. I might live this. I live, barely. Barely live. Wow, what a match this is. What a match. What does Grafaiai have for me, though? The only shitty thing here is, though, like, now I'm locked into Fire Blast, so, like... I mean, the Cottonee has beat up, but, like, I have nothing to, like, go after the Miraidon at all here, so... I'm kind of fucked, if I'm being real here. I don't know, assuming that I outspit the Slacking, too, I should be able to outspeed the Grafaiai with Choice Scarf. Because I think Slacking's 100, I think Grafaiai is just a little bit higher than 100, so... what should I do here? I think I'm just going to Helping Hand. I'm going to Helping Hand, and I got to land a Fire Blast here. I think I'd rather go 1v1 the Grafaiai here. We're going to see if this KOs from this range. I'm hoping he targets down the Whimsicott. The only way I win here is if the Grafaiai targets down the Whimsicott on this turn. Because I'm Sash, so I don't really care if he goes after it. Gunk Shot. Please buff the Whimsicott, please. Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect. Holy shit. Am I going to win this? I have one more turn of Solar Power, too, so if he has Protect here, I die to Solar Power, and I think he just guarantees a win. So if he has Protect, he goes for it right here and just instantly wins. Or if I miss Fire Blast. This is what this match comes down to. Charmander, you gotta land this Fire Blast to win the game. Please. You need to land. This is the most important Fire Blast of your entire career. You gotta land this. Hopefully he's not Sash. Please don't be Focus Sash, please. Round of applause. What a match. Oh my gosh. You know, it's really fun, like, when this team actually works. But if you want to get a win versus these type of teams, you gotta work your ass off. You really do. Holy shit. I was playing my ass off this entire game. This team, y'all, a team of baby Pokemon won against a team with a Zacian, a Miraidon, and a Slacking on it. Don't think you're going to see that shit anywhere else. At all. If you guys enjoyed that, leave a like, because holy shit, that was almost like a 20-minute match. Holy shit. I don't know, if you guys like this type of stuff, I will bring this team back for like a second video. If you guys want to use this team as well, there should be the paste for the team should be down below. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about this team at the end of the video, but if you guys want this team to come back, if this video does really, really well, I'll bring this team back for a second video, or like make it an entirely new like baby Pokemon team and bring it on to the 6v6 doubles VGC ladder. So keep that in mind. If you guys like that stuff, show some support to the video. Let's talk a little bit more about this team and close the video off. Well, there you have it, guys. There's a really solid showcase of what this team can actually do. So hopefully like 2 really solid games for this team. I don't know, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've been recording for like the past 2 hours. And over the past 2 hours, like there was so many matches where I would load in, or like the enemy team would just like mollywop me and I just get absolutely destroyed in like a few turns. I don't think I'm going to include like any of the matches in this video like where like I just got destroyed in like the first like 3-4 turns and the game was pretty much done in less than like 5 minutes, because I don't know if you guys really want to watch those. I'm assuming you don't. If you really want to, like, let me know, but I'm assuming at least for like time value, like you guys don't have time to watch that type of stuff. You guys want to see like an actual showcase of what this team and this type of stuff can actually do. So I don't think I'll be including like any of those type of videos, but the videos that actually had like really competitive matches with this team I'll probably throw, or like the games that have had really competitive matches with this team I'll throw into this video, the best ones. So the video isn't like incredibly long, but at the same time you got some really good matches to showcase this team. And like I said, if you guys like this team and you guys like these type of stuff, I'll maybe bring this team back for like a second video, or even make like an entirely new baby Pokemon team, something similar to this down the line, if that's something you guys want to see. So if you guys want to use the team, rent will put up in the corner. If you're a content creator, I know there's a lot of content creators that also watch my stuff. If you guys are ballsy enough, you want some crazy content to use, just like link my channel or give me a shout out in the description or whatever in your video. And if you want to use this team on the ladder for some crazy content, if you're really ballsy enough, take this onto like the actual battle spot ladder in the 4v4 VGC ladder, casuals, or I don't know if it lets you use this team on ranked. I haven't tried that. I'm not sure if it will. I'm assuming it will, but I don't know if you really want to do that and ruin your rank with this type of team. But like on the casual battle spot ladder, like by all means, we'll try it out. It's probably some really good content for you guys. So, and when it works, it actually pops off. It's really fun. So I think my main thing with this team, and like why I really like this type of stuff, and like using these type of teams and being really creative with this type of stuff, is like you're so much at like a disadvantage to begin with. And it's kind of really fun trying to battle against like a lot of the more meta stuff, or like the stuff like the power dynamic, like the baby Pokemon versus like the crazy like shit. Like normally that wouldn't really be a problem with like your average team, but like having like to struggle with like your average type stuff with a team like this, and like overcoming all the odds and that type of stuff, which is really fun to do. And when this team pops off and it works, it's just so fun. It's so fun to use. It's also something too like where it's entirely fresh. Like it's really fun for me. Regulation G is by far probably the most boring VGC format I think I've played throughout the entirety of Scarlet and Violet up at this point. I am legit like terribly bored of Regulation G, and I'll be playing double restricted like at the end of August, but like trying to feature like the more like unique teams for you guys for Regulation G still going forward to the end of the month and stuff. But like building my own teams and like playing it, like apart from like featuring unique teams, I don't even play it really at all, like on my own time at all. It's just mainly because it's so boring. Been there, done that. I'm ready to move on to something more interesting, and I have fun putting these type of teams together and using these teams in game, or even on like Pokemon Showdown. Even like using this team in like doubles UU, like it's just really cool using that, because nobody knows what this team really does, and they're surprised going against a team like this on like the double UU Smogon ladders. I don't know. It's mainly for testing. It's more for shits and giggles. Like I think the highest I got with this team on Showdown was like 1200, and that's just because I had like a 5 or 6 win streak with this team, and it ended up being like 1200, which is not really even impressive at all. That's the highest I got. The majority of the times I use this team on Showdown, especially in like your 6v6 doubles UU matches, like I think I got destroyed like at least like half the time. So at the very least. So don't be using this team on Showdown if you're expecting to rank up on like a random ladder or whatever, or especially like the regulation chi ladder on Showdown. Like you're asking to just lose every single game. If you're not using this team just to have fun, then you're using this team for the wrong idea and the wrong purpose. That's kind of what it is. It's mainly a team to have fun. When it works, it works. It's really fun to use, and it's mainly that type of shit, like shits and giggles, pretty much. So that is really neat too. Like, when was the last time you guys seen a team of baby Pokemon being used, especially versus like a bunch of legendaries? Like, I don't think I've seen that shit in forever, and I figured I might as well try it. So, kind of a crazy idea ahead. That's why the team's named Bad Idea. Is it a bad idea, or is it actually something that's really entertaining? I don't know. You guys can be the judge. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of the team. If you guys have any improvements or like anything you think I should change on this team to make it better as well, give me any constructive criticism as well in the comments. Or if you guys do use the rental on Showdown for whatever on Showdown, or use the team in game, let me know. But I think as of right now, I think the team's probably the best you can get, especially with using this type of stuff. I kind of tried to make the team a little bit more for like your 6v6 doubles, like doubles and VGC in game, and not for the 4v4 VGC battle spot. So keep that in mind as well when using the team. It's not really meant for that. It's more for your 6v6. You can use it on there if you want to, but I think this team 100% just excels having the entire team in a 6v6 format, because that's what you just really need. So, and especially like the 4v4, if you don't bring like the right stuff, you automatically just lose. Especially like with this team over like any other team. It's kind of bad with like your normal teams if you don't bring what you need and you happen to make a bad choice and don't bring the specific Pokemon you need for a current match. But with this team, if you don't bring like one thing you need for like a specific game out of the 4 Pokemon you're allowed to bring on like the battle spot, VGC doubles ladder, then you just instantly lose. So that's kind of the main problem with that. So, but if you guys are ballsy enough, by all means, go try it out. Have fun with the team. That's why I wanted to throw this team up in a rental for you guys, because I just had a really fun time making this team and using this team. Really proud of how it turned out. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. That being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Got a bunch more stuff on the way. I got a new Apex Legends season here in about a week, at least when we're recording this, on August 6th. We got a new Overwatch 2 season on August 20th. And then we got a brand new regulation, probably Regulation H, with double restricted here at the end of August after Worlds. So, a lot of content on the way. If you guys don't want to miss that, subscribe. Peace out, everybody.